Today I want to show you how to do trade games with your dogs. What are trade games? Trade games are an exercise that we do to help our dogs learn not to guard things, so to give things up readily. We always want to start this exercise with something your dog doesn't care about. I have just a little scarf here today. I know Shadow doesn't really care about the scarf very much, so I'm going to teach her the game with something she doesn't care about. All we do is we take our item, we put it down for our dog. The dog notices it. We say trade, pick it up, and give our dog something better than the item. So in this case, I'm just giving her little treats. Then we give it right back. We say trade, pick it up, give our dog little pieces here, give it right back. Now I'm going to do that 10 times in a row with a non-interesting item, something boring, and then I'm going to repeat this with about 5 to 10 different slightly boring items. So that's your step 1. Okay, step 2. Step 2 is to do this exercise with things your dogs might care about a little more. So I've got one of her toys that she really loves. I've also got a container with treats in it here. So I'm going to start with the toy that she loves. I'm going to give that to her. I might even play with her with it a little. Do you want this? Yeah. Oh, good. So she gets interested in it. Good job. And then I might just do a trade. And notice how she immediately gives it up when I say trade. Oh, get that treat. And then I'm going to give it right back to her. Now at this point, she's more interested in the food than the trade game. And that is totally fine. We still just say our word, trade, pick up the item, give our dog the food. Please notice the order in which we're doing this. It's super important. You say it first, trade, pick it up, give your dog a reward, and give it right back. I'm going to do this now with a container of food. This container of food has little holes in the top, so it smells really good, but you can't actually get to it. So I'm going to put this down in front of her. Oh, she's interested. And I'm going to say trade. And I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to give it to her. Trade, pick it up, give it right back to her. Trade, pick it up, give it right back to her. This time, I'm going to actually give it to her and let her eat those things out of it. Oh my goodness, you are so good with the trade. Okay, so that was awesome. Okay, once you've done this with about 10 different items, so your dog is super, super good with it, then we're going to go on to things that are a little more interesting. So here I've got something super, super interesting to my dog. This is a bully stick, and she's going to definitely want to chew on it. And it's super valuable to her, so I'm going to now go on to step 3 of practicing this with things my dog really likes. So I'm going to give her the bully stick. Ooh, that's good, huh? I'm going to let her chew on it for a minute. She's going to start to chew. And then I'm just going to say, trade. She looks up, and I pick it up, and I give her the treat. Once again, I'm going to give it back to her. I'm going to let her chew for a minute. She's waiting for me to say trade. Trade. And I'm going to pick it up. And I'm going to give it back to her. I'm going to give her a treat, and then I'm going to give it back to her. So again, trade, pick it up, give her a treat, and give it back to her. Okay, puppy, that's for you. Okay, guys, the last step on this is to do this trade game with something that your dog is really, truly involved in. So right now my dog is really interested in this bully stick, and I'm going to go up to her, and I'm going to ask her to do the trade. And we're going to just practice this on the fly with something really cool. So you can see how I just walked up to her and she stopped chewing and looked right up at me. This is what happens when you practice this a whole bunch. They go, oh, we're going to play the trade game. I give her a little treat. I'm going to say trade. I pick up that bully stick. I look at it. I go, oh, that's so cool. And I might give her now another reward. Good dog. And now I'm going to give her the bully stick right back, and she gets to go right back to chewing. So you want to practice this a bunch with things that your dog has, not just chews, but anything else, toys, interesting things that they find, that kind of thing. The big key here is that they get to have it back at the end. Thanks for watching this video on doing trade games with your puppy or your dog. One last thing to keep in mind is that if your puppy or dog at any point when you're doing this gets upset about it, so what that might look like is that they get stiff, they hold themselves really stiff, they look at you out of the corner of their eye. I'll take off my glasses here, and they're looking at you like out of the corner of their eye. They get ruffles along their back ridge, their hackles go up. They do any kind of growling or snapping, of course. If they pick it up and go away from you with it, any of those things are signs that your dog is actually doing a little bit of guarding behavior here. So what we want to do is to take a few steps back, go back to doing the trade games with non-guarded items, and call us, and we'll help you out with the next steps. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.